Welcome back to the Blind Psychonaut channel. Time is an enigmatic concept, a relentless river flowing in one direction, known as the arrow of time. Yet have you ever pondered how time unfolds within the realm of dreams? In dreams, moments can stretch into hours, days, or even years, despite only a few minutes passing in waking reality. But how and why do we perceive time so differently when dreaming? While I can't claim to have all the answers, and to be completely honest, no one does, it's still a total mystery. Fortunately, I have journeyed through this phenomenon myself. In dreams, time becomes a fluid tapestry, allowing us to traverse its threads in any direction. We can revisit the past, explore ancient eras, glimpse into the future, or simply linger in the present moment. Many of us have experienced this curious dilation of time, where the boundaries between the waking and dreaming worlds blur. This is my lucid dream, where the perception of time unraveled, leading me into a vivid and extraordinary journey that began with a simple pair of headphones. Most nights, I drift into sleep wearing my wireless over-the-ear headphones, which I find comforting. On this particular night, I was immersed in a binaural beat that often guides me into lucid dreams. Hours into deep sleep, I was abruptly awakened by a strange beeping sound, which I soon realized was my headphones signaling a low battery. Still groggy and disoriented, I reached to remove the wireless headphones, only to find myself not in my familiar bedroom, but in an entirely different one, a barrack-like room with metallic walls and bunk beds lining the perimeter. Covered with a green army blanket up to my chest, I surveyed the room, noticing multiple people sleeping in the other beds. Despite the unfamiliarity, I accepted this new reality and decided to explore. I threw off the blanket, stood up, and felt the cold, hard concrete beneath my bare feet as I walked towards a doorway. The silence was profound, broken only by the sound of my footsteps echoing on the floor. I continued walking toward a pitch black doorway, emanating an eerie yet inviting aura. Deciding to cross the threshold, I found myself at the top of a wooden staircase, transitioning from the barracks to what seemed like an ordinary household. The wooden planks creaked under my weight, and the dark brown railing felt smooth under my grip. As I descended, the eerie silence persisted, with only the pitter-patter of my feet accompanying me. At the bottom of the staircase, I saw the entrance to the house and was captivated by a massive chandelier above me, adorned with dozens of flickering candles. Suddenly, a scalding droplet of wax landed on my cheek, and I realized it began raining hot wax. I dashed to the door, flung it open, and found myself in a typical suburban neighborhood. Deciding to fly, I paused on the sidewalk next to the house I had just rushed out of. Now standing outside, calming myself from the pain from the hot wax dripping onto my skin. I then imagined the sensation of lifting off, the wind rushing through my remaining hair, and the exhilarating feeling of weightlessness as I soared higher and faster than ever before. Abruptly, I was pulled back into my real bed, the beeping of my headphones still piercing the air. Confused, I realized I had never actually removed the wireless headphones, although I thought I had. Instead, somehow, I had slipped into a lucid dream where time seemed to stretch and bend. Now, back in waking reality, I wondered how long that lucid dream actually was, because it felt as if I had been dreaming for more than 20 minutes. Curious about this, I began counting the silence between each beep from the headphones. Amazingly, the silence only lasted 25 seconds. This experience highlighted the stark difference in how we perceive time in the waking world versus the dream world, where time stretches and bends in ways we can only imagine. As we journey through the mysterious realms of dreams, we find that time is not the rigid construct we know in our waking lives. Instead, it becomes a fluid tapestry, allowing us to explore the past, glimpse the future, or simply savor the present moment. This lucid dream, sparked by the simple act of wearing headphones, unraveled into a vivid adventure where the perception of time transformed into something extraordinary that simply blew my mind. This experience highlights the fascinating divergence between the waking world and the dream world, where time stretches and bends in ways we can only imagine. So don't forget to close your eyes and let your third eye guide you. I hope you enjoyed this version of Chronicles of a Blind Psychonaut, My Lucid Dreams, The Arrow of Time, where I discovered the perception of time in the dream world. For more videos about lucid dreaming tools and my personal favorite, Chronicles of a Blind Psychonaut, My Lucid Dreams, check out the rest of the channel. Please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell because it helps the channel out tremendously and lets you know when I drop brand new lucid dreaming videos. Drop a comment and tell me about one of your dreams where time was completely different compared to the waking world. Thanks, Blind Psychonaut.